So they've kind of found their own compromised piece.
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working.
Nuke encryption breakage.
Nice.
I like it.
I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
This is gonna be trippy.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
How does she know what order they were laid down in? She said it was the earliest intact memory she can find.
Yeah, it's him as a child.
Turn down that goddamn radio. I'm trying to sleep.
That was a little blink and you'll miss it thing. They're talking about the hub
This may prove disorienting
joining the new
first.
California Republic. Which the hub was the location from Fallout
Wasn't
1.
that Fallout 1? Yeah.
Yeah, that was from Fallout 1.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Connie Kellogg.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't.
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
Wow.
What you know? You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Yeah, so Kellogg was a kid back when the new California Republic was formed. Which, considering there's 80 years between Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, and then more time between Fallout 2 and Fallout 3 and 4.
And not to mention New Vegas.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back. By comparison,
Let's
with
see.
what comes
You're going to know that
after,
better than I.
I think like
to really
10 or
understand,
something years between 3 and
that's what
4.
happiness felt like.
New Vegas, I think it takes place between 3 and 4.
But we don't know anybody here.
I think it's
No,
3 and 4 is a bit longer
Come
than
on, Sarah, you
10
gotta give it a
years.
chance.
Yeah, well, McCready was a kid in,
If
I think it's more like 15.
well, McCready was like a near teenager in,
these days.
And it looks like it's about
I was
25
the
or
worst
30.
thing that ever happened to her.
yeah, something like that, so,
She'd never
And
met
he's got a
me.
kid.
She'd have stayed in
Yeah.
the hub.
Sorry,
Maybe hooked
spoiler
up
there.
with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need.
Yeah, I was right. Fallout 3 and
Then I can give you
4
anything you
are a bit
want.
more than 20 years.
And little Mary, too.
so let's see. Fallout 1 starts in 2162, or
My
2161.
instincts kicking in.
Fallout
I knew I had those,
2 is in the 2240s,
You don't need
like
to worry about
2241 or 42.
Most of it's just running security. for
Fallout 3 is in 22,
tough.
like 78. 78.
The right person
6
for
to
that job.
78.
So it's
somewhere
about
around there.
30-something years between Fallout 2 and Fallout
See
3.
this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe.
And then Fallout 4 is in 22...
I know.
I think 80-something.
87 or
Yeah.
89, 88.
We are.
Yeah, so
You'll see.
about 10 years between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and about
And Fallout
35 or 40, 35 or so years between Fallout
Well, Fallout 3
2 and Fallout 3.
Fallout 3 is about 15 years. Yeah, about 10 to 15 years. Fallout New Vegas comes about 10 to 15 years after 3.
Actually, more like, because it's 2270s and early 2280s.
Oh, so about closer to about 6
How
years.
did you think
Yeah.
this was going to end?
About 5 or
Kellogg?
6 years. And then you have New
You
Vegas
thought you could just
being
fuck with
about
us, and we wouldn't fuck with you.
2,
Just so you know, they died
About 8
like
years?
dogs.
Yeah.
8 or 9 years
And
later.
you weren't there to help them.
And Kellogg's just like killing invisible people
I
here.
found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
So Kellogg's been through some shit.
Not only that, he watched his family die. Which, I guess that's like the entire thing with Kellogg.
There it is.
How did you think this was going to end, Kellogg?
Excuse me. I'm a bit lost here.
You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you?
I do enjoy the dendrite depiction of memory as an actual,
Mind if we
you know,
sit down?
memory synapse.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. Suit yourself. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
Pretty good, but not that good.
But not great. Never great.
I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though.
Yeah, you can almost feel
That's
bad for
universal.
Kellogg, except for the fact that you would think that somebody who had been through that kind of shit wouldn't be so willing to inflict it on another
I
person.
hear you'll take.
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Well, can't get much further east from San Francisco than Boston.
Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I do feel bad for Kellogg. He's a pathetic individual who was never... He grew up in a home that didn't promote education or free
Mr.
thinking.
Kellogg,
Sat there and
I'm
said
glad
that
you
what he was
decided to
being
meet with
taught
So,
was
you're with the
useless.
Institute.
So he probably
I
tossed
wanted to see
it.
for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
True.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately.
Is that make contact
This
with the
must stop.
Institute?
I do what
Let's see
people
how that
pay me to
goes.
do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748. Initiate.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're
But yeah,
running
so
out of
he
grain.
comes from a, well,
There's one that looks
a
mostly
broken
intact.
home.
Connecting now.
Or a violent home, at least, it's suggested. And he is told that education means nothing and there's no use to it. And anything that he's being told by somebody who isn't family is nothing or is useless.
Oh, no, not
Vault
again.
computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all
Shouldn't this be in first person?
You would think.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
Then again, you are dealing with a synth component, so maybe that? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so this whole thing is a case of, you know, I feel sympathy. Actually, no, I don't know that I
never
feel
knew
sympathy.
why
It's
we
not
didn't
sympathy.
just refreeze
I
the rest of them.
empathize with,
But we had our orders.
I
This old man
empathize
didn't
with
want
Kellogg,
so many
but,
loose ends.
and I
Too
sympathize
bad
with
he left
his
alive the one person he shouldn't have.
plight and the like, but,
That's us.
The
I don't know
eggheads
that-
never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked
Found
to.
another intact memory.
Yeah,
Whenever you're ready.
I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
This is the one. Here.
Open it. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
yeah, the whole thing with, Kellogg.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
do.
Come here, baby.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
So Piper is... This is really recent.
That's actually really recent.
Kellogg. It's okay.
It's Blade.
One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn.
Love the opera.
So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
Are you taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation and the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same, if you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact.
I see what you did there.
Good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Yeah, as I was saying, I mean, when you sit there and you see the story of Kellogg, you sit there and you feel there is a good deal of empathy you can feel towards him. But there's also
Charisma 9.
Well, I mean, there is a degree of, well, when you have everything that happened to him happen, and then you're a nihilist as well.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares if you inflict it upon those around you or people who aren't around you? You don't fucking care. You're a nihilist. Everybody's gonna die in the end anyway, so fuck it. Isn't that nihilism? You know.
I am saving right now. I'm trying to remember exactly when we started to make sure we don't go over the limit.
I think it was slightly after 8.
The question is how far after?
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
We started just around here.
You want to try for round
So we're
2?
about
Let's go.
2 and a bit.
What are you talking
What's
about?
the exact time?
8:38.
Okay.
Wait. Were you just playing
Or
a joke on me?
Before that.
That's for you to wonder and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
All right, talk to Nick. So let's see.
But yeah, so when you have a nihilist who sits there and goes through bad shit, they don't care about, you know, inflicting it on others. And it's only kind of a sub-thought that, you know, this really made me think of the shit that happened in my life, but, well, you know, particularly in this instance, this individual's on fucking ice. What the fuck do I care?
True. So let's see. We need to go to the Greentop Nursery for our current thing. I figure we'll do the time-sensitive thing now. I haven't discovered the location yet. Huh.
Of what?
The Greentop Nursery. Interesting.
Isn't the Greentop Nursery off to the east?
Actually, it's southwest of
Sanctuary?
Of Parsons State Asylum. Oh.
Shit. Okay.
I need to go outside before I can fast travel anyway.
Totally a thing. But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Cognitively, there's nothing about Kellogg that is surprising.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad. Fucking sad as hell. I mean, it's kind of like you sat there and you watched a pitcher who sat there and, you know, subverted another pitcher because you're not even playing against my team, but fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of sad. How'd you get ahead of me?
I don't know.
You're not getting anything else.
Fair enough. Okay. So let's see. Think about...
At least not made by me.
Yeah, think about the quest that... what's his name gives you?
Maria's in charge.
No, I'm in charge.
Hey, nice
but he just
job,
doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, thing about the quest that Preston gives you is that they're time sensitive. So...
Which car?
The one I fast travel next to.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, this is how much I'm not paying attention.
But yeah, so... Excuse me.
At this point in time, I'm actually sitting here and asking, is this the time you're going to go into the water and go to the thing?
Not yet.
Yeah.
The thing.
The thing. And you'll know what I'm talking about, but they won't know what we're talking about because... Oh man, I didn't pay any attention to the car in the loading screen.
Yeah.
Damn it!
It happens. But yeah, so... Yeah, the quest of Preston Garf gives you a time sensitive. If you wait...
Sometimes.
Yeah.
There's some of them... No, some of them aren't. Some of them are, as soon as you can get there, you'll end up there and be like, patoo, whatever. But a lot of them are... no, a lot of them are time sensitive.
Well, the actual...
There's one or two that aren't.
Actually getting over there to talk to them about what their problem is time sensitive. If you wait too long, they'll get pissed off, and then...
I don't even like the Minutemen.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys. They're gnarly anyway.
Yeah, we got a press from Preston when we went back to get dog meat.
Wait a minute. When we went back to get dog meat, we walked by Preston, and... Okay, you might not have been paying attention at the time because there were some other things going on. We bitched about it. We're like, God damn it, Preston. We just walked by you. We didn't even talk to you. You just sat there and fucking...
Hi.
We could really use your help.
Sat there and we're like, hey, yeah, you know, we got this quest. Here's the thing. Throw it at you.
Raiders that won't leave us alone. Stealing our food.
Yeah, I kind of figured you
Oh,
there.
shit.
Us if we can't give them what they want.
Dunwich Borers.
But we can't stand up to them ourselves.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Shit. I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
Okay, remember when we were talking about the whole, like, Cthulhu Raiders thing, or Cthulhu thing? Dunwich Borers is what we were talking about. So this is some straight-up Legend of Cthulhu shit.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, it's on the map.
Yeah.
It's a thing. What's nearby? What have we been to nearby?
Parsons.
Oh.
So... Yeah.
Fuck.
We might just get there tonight and just kind of like...
Okay, we might slog through this fest.
Yeah, we might just
completely. We might make it all the way through. Maybe. Depends. Really depends.
So that's kind of cool, actually. I never expected to get sent there. So the whole thing about, you know, the Cthulhu stuff is coming. Dunwich Borers is the main place.
Cthulhu is coming.
Yeah.
Like winter.
I don't think this part is timed now, but I figured, hey, why not? We'll just kind of get over there and we can pick it up on the next stream.
Talk to Maria if you need anything.
Oh.
Hi, mercenary.
I don't know that this is timed, because once you've received it, essentially you have until you complete it to sit there and do it, but then essentially once you complete it, you have to go talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes
or something like that, depending on the quest.
If you wait long enough, you might just get it automatically turned in, then you get the experience for nothing.
Without any chance of
him giving you anything.
Giving you more shit to do. There's, you know, that right there is the one facet of Preston Garvey that makes him slightly worse.
Oh, hello. Hi, legendary Deathclaw.
Oh, leg.
Oh, which leg was I shooting at?
Which one has the most damage? It's the left one. Apparently. Or right. Yeah, left one.
Oof. Nick, I could use some help here.
Maybe a Something that... No count? No count? No count?
Do you not count bullets?
I don't count bullets. At this point, it's a fucking death claw. I don't count bullets.
Oops, I am facing the wrong way.
No shit, you are. Oh, God.
Can we slow you down a bit, Deathclaw?
Bullets are no longer a consideration. Fucking kill this thing. Oh God, really?
And you...
Blood bugs?
An infected blood bug.
Die, you motherfuckers. Get off of my face, bitch.
Yes, I was just face raked by a blood bug.
What's really weird is the fact that based on that trajectory, it totally was putting its proboscis into your mouth. Which is just kind of like, what? You know, I'm glad I'm not the only one who says this. Fuck you, blood bug! You're fucking infected! You know what that's gonna lead to? Fucking ants! It's going to lead to fucking ants, and I'm gonna have to deal with them with fucking borax and sugar.
Fact.
I actually sat there and saw a bunch of ants this afternoon, and I sat there and thinking about it. I was like, you know, I wonder what would happen if I brought a bug, because I think they were fire ants. And there's a part of me that's like kind of curious, and I'm like, what if I sat there and took like a thing of borax and sugar, and I just sat there and poured it on the anthill, and all the anthill, you know, sat there and brought it inside, and they killed themselves. And I came back tomorrow. Would they be dead? Because they're fire ants, and fire ants are just notoriously assholes.
Fact.
That's not even me being prejudiced. No, I mean, that's just totally, like, fact.
So, the problem with Dunwich Borers is that it's full of raiders. So, like, this dude...
seriously? Before he goes off on the whole thing with Dunwich. Seriously. Get yourself a thing of borax. And, like, if you take an entire container of borax and mix it with 5 pounds or a 10-pound bag of sugar, either one should work. And just sprinkle them around your house. And heck, you can even sprinkle them in your plants if you brought them inside, because it won't hurt the plants, really. I mean, the plants are not really going to care. It should, for most ants, unless you've got like cybernetic, insanely like ridiculous plants. It's an option. It's near homeopathic even.
Nick.
God damn it, Nick. You know, I love it when they sit there and have somebody who jumps out of the way and somebody who jumps in the way. But yeah, seriously, try the borax and sugar. It's worked for me in multiple locations, because once we sat there and poured the borax and sugar, for about a good 9 months, we didn't have issue with ants. And then by the time we had any kind of issue with ants, I had the contents to sit there and destroy them, but it's a case that we moved. So now it's somebody else's problem. My God, this is a veteran. This is like a veteran who's like no-limbed and... Well, borax and sugar actually shouldn't bother the plants, as far as I know. It's because it's never destroyed the grass or anything else around our around any home I've lived in. I mean, it's...
Who is rudely shooting at me?
He's inside the fucking... He's in there. Oh God, he's throwing up a grenade.
Like I said, that is just rude.
You need to get in there and fucking fuck that guy up, because that is just rude.
Oh, hello, legendary raider, star.
Pop, 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 pop. Legendary Raider. I'm gonna call him Pop Pop.
Or her.
I'm
Hey.
sorry, I'm using him as a gender neutral. Because most languages actually do use the male pronoun as a gender neutral, and so I'm using it as such. Ah, the cat's getting into the borax. Okay, that's a fair... That is a fair concern. Cat getting into borax. I guess the question is do your... is it a case of there's ants in your... Are there ants in your plants, or are there nests in your plants? This is a situation for shotguns.
Serpentine will work out pretty well. Seriously?
Oh, that bitch used a fucking stim pack.
She does not seem to understand that all the stim packs belong to me.
These are my stim packs, you bitch. This is what we don't like. Okay, this is what I would suggest about having ants that aren't a nest inside of a planter. I'm assuming that's the situation. Sprinkle a little bit of the borax and sugar inside the planter, but not enough to actually like give a coating or anything. Okay, just enough for them to sit there and bring and to either ingest or bring back to the group, because it could be a case that they're leaving the plant to bring stuff back to the main colony. So if you're gonna go and do it this way, sprinkle some borax and sugar outside, like whatever the nearest door is, because if you put the borax and sugar outside the door, and especially if it's a covered area, then they'll sit there and they will be attracted to that, because they're going to go back to the colony eventually. So it's just a question of when they're going to go back to the colony. And because of the way that the borax and sugar works, is that even if they ingest if they themselves, which isn't likely that they're going to ingest the sugar, you can sit there and have them actually bring particles of it back to the colony, which can work towards killing the colony. At least as I understand it. I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
You're not Dale Gribble, who makes bugs dead.
Yeah, I'm not Dale Gribble. I don't make bugs dead. But in my experience, something like this works. Essentially, if you put a little bit of it on the planter, so essentially wherever your plant is, on the dirt, put just a little bit of it. You know, like essentially take a tablespoon and sprinkle it over the entirety. And if your cat is inclined towards, you know, like marking on it or even just digging, you can always sit there and just get like a little bit of like chicken wire and put it around like the very base of it and tie it off with some like zip ties or heck, even some fucking, what are those things called, like trash can liner ties.
Twist ties?
Yeah, twist ties. Use those. And it'll make enough of a barrier that it can work on the ants, and they'll take parts of it home if they're leaving, and if they're not, they'll ingest it. And it should kill them, and you can just sweep them up. In whatever manner, you know, whatever method you want to sweep them up.
Who's shooting at
But
me?
I mean, that's just my suggestion. It's worked in multiple locations that I've lived in against multiple types of ants. The only type of ant that I have not successfully used this against, I mean, I've used it against brown ants, I've used it against black ants. It's usually pretty good. The only one that I cannot say that it'll work against are fire ants, because fire ants are evil incarnate.
That's fact.
And that is fact. I mean, I'm sure you can probably look up their Wikipedia page, and it's a fact somewhere.
Yeah.
Use the restroom, don't you?
I do. But I'm gonna sit there and finish off killing the various things here. Because I think we're gonna have to cut it pretty close to here just because of want to make sure we capture everything. But we have pretty much killed all the people outside the Dunwich Borers.
Well, that's a good thing because that is the intro to the next area, and I think that next time what we'll end up picking up is the interior
of the Dunwich
of
Borers.
Dunwich, and then after we finish Dunwich interior, we can attack the. Well, we can sit there and find out what the next person is that we're going to have as our partner.
Yeah, that might just kind of shape what we're doing. So, we'll go ahead and we will pause right out here in front of the door, which has, we've cleared the way to. And these are all the quests we have available right now, so we have got all kinds of stuff. Some of those are downloadable content.
Okay, before we end the stream, how about before you save, go ahead and do what you need to do. Fuck you, Preston.
Yeah, fuck you, Preston. Fair enough.
That is a fair enough assertion. I totally get that.
And the detective cases. So, alright. So, we're going to call it right here.